On June 2018, the Health Science Authority of Singapore, also known as HSA, has updated the Quick Guide to Medical Device Product Registration and Dealer Licensing. The Quick Guide covers two sections, with Section 1 on Product Registration Guide and Section 2 on Dealer's License Requirements. Medical device dealers must be ARQon registered to be able to apply for product registration or dealer's license. Both applications can be made simultaneously. The purpose of product registration is for medical device to obtain marketing clearance for supply into Singapore. More information will be shared in Section 1 later. Next, for dealer's license, only medical device dealers licensed by HSA can engage in manufacture, import, and/or wholesale of medical device in Singapore. More information will be shared in Section 2 later. Authorized company representatives, also known as registrants, can carry out electronic transaction with HSA on company's behalf via the online registration system called MDCO. Only gyro and credit card are allowed for all applications. You may refer to the fees and charges on HSA website for more information. Based on Section 1, Product Registration Guide, the first step of product registration is to identify if the product is a medical device from the Health Product Act or an IVD from the Medical Device Regulations. If the product is not a medical device, dealers should make sure that the product meets the requirements of other regulatory regulations. Also, confirm if the product is a medical device and will it be supplied in Singapore. If no, product registration is not only mandatory as in case for importing and re-exporting medical device out of Singapore. If the medical device is to be supplied in Singapore, there is a need to determine the risk classification of the medical device based on GN13 and GN14 guidance documents from general medical devices and IVDs respectively. For Class A medical devices, product registration is not required. However, they must be declared in the exemption list under the manufacturer's or importer's license. You may refer to GN22 guidance document for more information. For classes B, C, and D medical device, there is a need to determine the grouping of the medical devices by referring to the GN12 guidance documents. Next, you may refer to GN15 guidance documents on medical device product registration to choose the conformity assessment route, and GN17 or 18 for general medical device or IVD CSCT preparation. Lastly, the documents as per CSCT format would be submitted online via MDCO. Once HSA has verified the completeness of the CSDT and the performance and safety of the medical devices, the marketing approval would be issued to the registrant. Section 2 shows the requirements of dealer license. There are three types of dealer licenses that can be applied. The three licenses are the manufacturer's license for manufacture of medical device, importer's license for import of medical devices, and wholesaler's license for wholesale and export of medical devices. The first requirement is to establish a quality management system, also known as QMS. For manufacturer's license, the requirement can be ISO 13485 certificate. Other documents like the declaration letter on non-dealing in Class A medical devices is required if the manufacturer does not manufacture Class A medical devices. For importer's license, the certificate can be ISO 13485 certificate or GDP-MDS certificate or declaration of conformity to a QMS for companies with Class A medical devices only. Other documents like the declaration letter on non-dealing in Class A medical devices is required if the manufacturer does not import Class A medical devices. For wholesaler's license, the requirement is the same as importer's license, except that the declaration letter on non-dealing with Class A medical device only is not required. These conclude the medical device registration process in Singapore. If you have any questions, feel free to contact ARQon at info@arqon.com.